There's a tweet from RG3. Travis Hunter keeps showing that he can and should play both wide receiver and NFL full time. Right. Man had 7 catches for $132, 3 touchdowns, wide receiver, and played 43 snaps on defense, making the tackle, logging down outside the field. He's a unicorn.
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, listen. I saw CJ Gardner Johnson. That's my little cousin. He said Travis Hunter wouldn't be able to do it. He wouldn't be able to play both sides of the ball at the next level. I think what people have to understand is there's a huge difference in the game. Collegiate ball, college ball, and playing in the NFL with them grown ass men that have kids to feed, they got bills to pay, they got mouths to feed. It's different. It's different, and the margin for error at the next level is so much smaller. The level of competition is so much better. Everybody fast.
Yeah.
Everybody quick.
Oh man.
I mean, it can he listen to me? I think based on the way the market is, if I was him, I would want to be a wide receiver in the NFL. I would want to be mainly a wide receiver in the NFL because they're getting 35 million a goddamn year now. Imagine what's going to happen. Imagine what's going to happen after he get drafted in 3 years from now. What he going to be making? Hell, it might be goddamn 40 goddamn 5.
Let me ask you a question. Is he more talented than Time?
No.
Time ain't played both sides of the ball.
Sparingly.
He played
sparingly.
But they tried. RG3 talking like this man should be able to play both sides of the ball as many snaps as he like.
That's
provide content.
In college, yes. In college, yes. In the NFL, that it's impossible. And the funny thing about Travis, this is what I like about Travis. He can do it at the collegiate level. He has
because he's that much more talented.
He has the endurance of a long distance runner, where he can do that. At the NFL, can you imagine a 10 or 11 play drive? And you think after a 10, 11 play drive on defense playing DB, you gonna go on offense and then be efficient as well? That ain't happening. It's not happening.
And there's some things that he needs to work on.
You can do a spare.
There's some things he need to work on.
Yeah.
He gonna have to get better at release. Yeah. He's too high. He play too high.
Okay.
But those are things that you could work on, Ocho. But hey, they're gonna put hands on it because he's already tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's already tall, so he's right there.
Yeah.
And then you going up against Jefferson. You going up against Chase. You going against Tyreek.
And then, hey, listen.
Now, Ocho, hold on. Now, that's what you're going up against on defense. Now you go on the other side. You the wide receiver, and you got Ramsey. You got Diggs. You got Surtain.
Gardner.
You got Jair.
Yeah.
So, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Man. People just see stuff. A lot of times people just tweet stuff just to get a reaction.
Hey,
having played at that level and see, I'm a year behind Prime. I'm a year behind Time. And I saw him when he was playing both sides of the football.
Yeah.
And he was not playing every snap he wasn't playing no 40 snaps on defense and 40 snaps on offense.
He wouldn't be able to though. You can't.
Because you can't sacrifice something.
You can't be efficient and great at what you do and do it on both sides of the ball with as much as it takes out of you at the highest level. It's hard. It's impossible. What Travis Hunter can do, because he's such a special talent, is once he gets there, you got to play receiver because of the market and the money that you can command and warrant because of how good you are. You do both. You can do it sparingly, the opposite way Deion did it. Deion always played DB, and sparingly he came in at receiver on special packages. He can do the same thing.
Mainly 95. Mainly it was 95, Ocho, because I think somebody got hurt. With the Cowboys. And he played, because if you go back and look at it, he caught a touchdown, not a touchdown, but he had a big play in the Super Bowl. But if you go back and look at it, he was always the DB. He was always who he was and who he is, but he got a lot more reps on the offensive side of the football. They ran it with some reverse, and they threw him the ball because he had that kind of talent. You know he's talented. The hardest sport to play is baseball. He was a professional baseball player.
Yes, sir.
Let that sink in. The hardest sport to play, because if Shohei Ohtani bats 300, he makes 700 million. So imagine if you caught, they throw you 10 passes, you caught 3 of them.
Shit, you'll be home.
You're home. Just imagine if you're supposed to be this great basketball player and you shoot 10 shots. Now, 30% ain't even good from the 3-point line. You got to be in the mid-30s to the upper 30s for people to take you serious shooting. They're like, hold on, bro. You shooting 30%. Stop shooting threes. That's why, because I think the thing is because time retired such a long time ago, people just don't realize how great, I ain't say good, how great he was. He could have, had he not been as great as he was defensively, had he just said, you know what, later for the DB stuff, I want to focus on being a wide receiver. He going to the Hall of Fame as a wide receiver. That's how great he was. And I ain't telling you what somebody told me. I'm watching it with my own eyes. When you see him, you had to see him play. You need, like some things, Ocho, like I understand that there's film, there's footage, or you see it in the stadium. It's not the same. But you need to be on the field level to see it.
That's the same.
You need to be right there. Like to see a Barry Sanders or to see Jerry.
See, that's the same. I tell a lot of people that. I know I'm gonna get off topic a little bit. I tell a lot of people that, like we watch the Olympics, we see how fast Noah Lyles and Tobago and all these young fellas are running, but I think the casual fan doesn't understand how fast they moving until you see it up close. It's different.
You need to go to a track meet.
When I talk about people always watching film on Randy Moss or seeing film on goddamn T.O. and they say, oh, they were great. Or Tyreek, they just look at the numbers. Forget the numbers. You have to see these motherfuckers up close and how fast and good they were in person. Dog, I'm on the field with you, playing against you, and I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Yes.
Watching. So I don't think people understand. Yes, I understand their greatness in the finished product that we see as them being Hall of Famers, but I got to see it from the beginning to the middle to the end. In person, live with my own eyes, and I'm like, God damn.
I'm on the...
Think about all the receivers today. Think about the greats, the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chases, Devontae Adams. I mean, all them boys.
Tyreek Evans, whoever ever see CD.
Nothing will compare to that era of T.O. and Moss. It was different, or even Jerry. It was just different. They're great in their own right today, but them fools back then, I don't know how to put it into words. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just different. We never gonna see nothing like that again. Never.
Well, they've added games, and teams don't run the football like they did in the 90s. Right. When you see Chris Carter and you see Jerry and you see Tim Brown and you see these guys with 1,000 catches, think about how much they ran the ball. When I got to the league in the 90s, everybody said, pack your defense and your run game.
Sir.
You threw the ball on third down. Yeah. Or if you try to get slick and you got stopped behind the line of scrimmage on first down or something, you would throw it. If it was a second and long, you would throw it. But more times than not, you ran the ball first and second down, you threw it. Every once in a while, you swing it out there, you try to catch the defense off balance. But more times than not, you ran the football. Yeah. That's what makes Jerry, the numbers that Jerry put up so effing impressive. Yeah. 1,500 catches, and mainly in a running era. Yeah. Now, that's not to diminish what other guys have done. But if it was, the man got 208 touchdowns. Do you know how many? Do people actually think about it? Jerry had 197 receiving touchdowns.
That's crazy.
197.
That's crazy.
No, but Randy is second behind him.
150.
He's 44 short.
Yeah.
So how many touchdowns did Jefferson have in 3 years? I don't think he has 44. Who has 44 touchdowns over the last 3 years? The last 4 years? That's just how great Jerry was. Jerry had 1,000 yards receiving at 40. At 40.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People don't remember. Do y'all remember Jared when he was at Oakland and they went to the Super Bowl? Jared had 1,200 yards.
We played him. We played. Him and Tim was there. I think I was young. I might have been in my second or third year, something like that. They still had the goddamn baseball field.
Right. And hold on, I'm trying to think. If I'm not mistaken, I think Chuck McNarick was the last full-time offense and defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
That had to be in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
The last full-time. I was also when Bo, I was in the league when Bo was in the league.
Yeah.
When Bo, if you go back and look at the film, when Bo ran over the Bronco players, I was on the sideline. That was my rookie year. He ended up getting hurt about 2 weeks later. He got dragged down from behind, popped his hip out the socket. It was never the same. Ended up having to have his hip replaced. But I saw Bo up close. I saw it with my own two eyes. Had heard about all the stories and him catching the ball and running up the side of the wall in the All-Star game and then hitting the home run. To see him on the football field and to see how he's built. And it's like, how a man run that fast that size? Yeah. He ain't supposed to be able to run that fast.
None.
But ain't nobody playing. The guys, it's great. And this ain't no hate, but ain't nobody in the NFL gonna play both sides full time.
Yeah, that's difficult. That's difficult. You know the type of endurance and shape you would have to be in to be able to do that?
Can't do it. The guys, the athletes are too great. The guys are too great, Ojo.
Yeah.
They're too great. I'm not saying that he can't do it spot duty. Okay, that's you want to run a couple of routes.
That's why I said sparingly. That you know what I can see him doing? You know what would be dope? This would be dope. Playing receiver full time, which you want to do, that has to be what he wants to do because of the market. It only makes sense. And then coming in on nickel on third down and covering the third receiver because he is just that good. Yeah. What you think? No?
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Like but boy, hey.
I'm trying to think. Think about Trav, right? Think about Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He get drafted next year. I say he going top 3. Top 3. Think about this.
I can see
Depending on where he goes, week 1, let's say just hypothetically speaking, he is playing both sides of the ball full time. Imagine they playing the goddamn Vikings. And you got goddamn Justin Jefferson on a goddamn 11-play drive because you got to cover the number 1 receiver. And then you got to go play on offense and then got to deal with the Vikings' best corner. If I'm not mistaken, it might be Byron Murphy. I might have the name wrong. I might be wrong. But just imagine that. And the amount of exhaustion it's going to take. You know what it take to cover somebody like JJ on a 7-play series, and then have to turn around and deal with the Vikings' best corner, who is also like that.
You see receivers coming out on 7-8 play drives now. Hey, give me a break.
Hey, tapping that helmet.
So what we supposed to do? So you have this long drive.
Right.
They kick off and you got to go right out there. What you think? What you think the offense? If you trot your ass out there on defense, what you think the offensive coordinator gonna do when you just had a long drive on offense and you was out there the whole time? I'm going at you.
Damn.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I like.